Hello everybody, this is Jolly Elm from Net54. My entire adult life I've been called Elms, and my screen name is just a play on the Jimmy Buffett tune, Jolly Mon, for you parrot heads out there. With the way prices of graded cards have continued to soar on a batshit fucking crazy trajectory, most of us have no choice but to find other avenues to quell the collecting beast within us. Case in point, welcome to my pack break. Okay, first off, there are three things every viewer of one of these videos hates. If it's an old wax pack, the ripper will, of freaking course, make a joke about putting the ancient, stale piece of gum in his mouth. Hoo-hoo! Oh, you're so witty. We get it. I call the surprise you feel as a viewer being gum-struck. Second, they will absolutely butcher the names of the players. It's most egregious with Brooklyn Dodgers for some reason. You'll have Clem Labine as Clem Labin. You'll have Carl Furillo as Carl Furillo. And on it goes. We're not talking about strangely spelled names like someone who's in the 1972 set, Jim Lefevre, or as they usually pronounced it, Jim Lefevre. That's normal. What isn't normal is hearing someone say Carl Erskine as Carl Erskine. What in high fuck is that all about? And three, the pack ripper always yammers on and never gets to just opening the freaking pack already. Really annoying. But regretfully, I'm going to be guilty of that right now. Here we go. Actually, I'll add a fourth listing to these things. You always, when you're watching one of these videos, you always look in the background, trying to figure out what's going on, the various things in the background, posters on the wall, etc. Well, I have a minimalist setup here. So I'll simply point out that these tables are just souvenir Disneyland TV trays. Just saying Disneyland is still fucking weird to me. We New Yorkers always refer to Disney World, not Disneyland. Oh well, different strokes for different folks. So what we have here, ta-da, is one of the freaking notorious holiday rack pack creations that have been discussed endlessly on message boards. I'm under no illusions, none whatsoever. Every card in it will be garbage. That's it. When I bought it, I knew it, and I didn't care. I got it anyway. I have hope is a dangerous thing, and I have no hope of unwrapping anything great. None at all. None. Zero. Zip. I have a raspy voice you could hear too, which sucks. So why did I buy this thing? Well, a couple of years ago, I bought two of these because they showed key 1972 high numbers on the front. Jerry Koosman in action and the cool Joe Morgan traded card. Both of them were centered beautifully. So I paid the stupid price and opened them up. A good number of the cards were other high numbers. So in the end, I was ultimately pretty happy with the buy. But that's what led me here. Since I started collecting graded cards, centering has never been an issue with me. I would much rather pay a fraction of the price for a card that has the scarlet letters OC attached to it than pay a premium for a better centered one. I'm old school and rather use my savings, air quotes, to buy other stuff. More cardboard for Elms. But, and it's a big but, all of that is thrown completely out the window when I think about the 1972 Topps set, my favorite set of all time. My goal is to someday assemble a perfectly, or as close to perfectly, centered set, a complete set, part graded, part ungraded, and on the search continues. That's the end of the preamble here, so take a lookie at this pack. It's basically a tale of two cities. Any Charles Dickens fans out there? The Willie Stargell looks exactly what 99.9999 percent of the in-action cards look like. It's basically the pictures falling off the left side. This is what you see on all these cards. They're just pushed to the left ridiculously. But take a look at Mr. Bob Barton over here. He is what I call a cardboard cryptid, a card that seemingly doesn't even exist centered. Do a quick eBay search for 1972 Topps number 40 and look at the results. Just ridiculously off-centered. How off-centered? You'll see a few of these, quite a few of them, autographed, that are being auctioned off with his autograph on it. And the autograph is written bottom to top on the right side in the great white expanse that exists there. That's how off-center this card usually is. In fact, it would be very cool to find an autograph version of it, but that's also signed by the officer patrolling the crowd behind the net. And other people don't like this card because, sorry, Mr. Barton, it shows a scrub. But I still find it fascinating because it portrays a minor event in a game. It's basically a fruitless chase after a foul pop-up. So it adds a little color to, game time action. So this card is the only reason, that's it, I bought this pack. Even PSA 8 in the hundreds. It's a card you can't find center, and it's both. Sometimes you'll find it relatively decently centered, but it's pushed to the top. This one, it's always, it looks beautiful. So knock on wood. We'll see what shape this one's in when I open it. And to save myself from heartache, I'll save it for last because it'll be very easy to turn the camera off after the feeling of bitter disappointment comes into play at the end, and it's sure to come because there'll be problems with it. But the Barton card, it resided at the very bottom right corner of the print sheet. So that position is notorious for poor centering. The row of cards repeats like it's 3 rows up, but his card is always at the right on the end, so it's always found off-centered. And the row next to it, above and below it, is the poster child, or I guess it would be poster children for off-centered cards. It's the row that has Billy Martin, Harmon Killebrew, Cleon Jones, Go Mets, and Willie Mays. Try to find any of those guys even anywhere near accurately centered. It's impossible. And the same wayward cutting practices that cut those cards also cut these cards. They were right on the row below it or above it. So they were all cut basically the same time, so they basically share that same sorry fate. Excuse, I need a cough drop, that's why I keep stopping. All right, so it cost me $41 when all was said and done and change. So that's not even enough to buy a Greg Jeffries rookie card these days. So I said, screw it, and bucked up. So here we go. I present to you the Holiday Rat Pack Barrel of Garbage Extravaganza. Another thing is people always have trouble opening these packs. They have to do additional cuts. And of course, my scissors are dull as hell. Great. Good planning, Elms. Okay, let's see. They're packed in pretty tightly. Let's try this. Okay. We got the aforementioned Willie Stargell always falling off the left side. Always. Just nothing. You'll never see a card centered. Then we got Leron Lee, LeRon probably these days. Lee, we used to say LeRon. Jim Lonborg, and Randy Hundley. Real basic stuff, exactly what I expected. Okay. That one went a little better. And it still sucks. Jesus fucking Christ. We're now in the second hour of the pack break. Okay. Walt Williams. Duke Sims with the chin. That's a chin shot. I always laugh at that picture. Just bizarre. Norm Miller and Scipio Spinks. All right. Now here's the pièce de résistance. Let's see if I can get this. This is for all the money. It's the only reason I bought this stupid thing. Let's see if the top is better. These fucking scissors, I swear to God. I asked for a sharp pair, and a certain person I won't mention gave me the most dull scissors she could possibly find. Holy fuck me. Yes, I get rather animated with this shit. They're really packed in there tight. That doesn't actually help with the corners and things. Don't want to scrape it. Come on, baby. All right. Get past that corner. Okay. Whew. All right. We'll save him for last. Fred Sherman, that's always a card that's tough to find centered. And case in point. See, I'm a huge fan of this set, so I know it in and out. John Boccabella and Bart Johnson. All right, here it is. The top left corner is a little clunked. Not too bad, but that definitely detracts. The corners aren't great. But look, I only brought one of these things out here, one of the top loaders, because I knew there'd be nothing else. But it's a really nicely centered card. Go down here. So that's why I bought it. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this barrel of curses. All right, bye.